Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're going to line up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt.
It's now 4th down.
This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Looking to put a drive together. You're not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. And he's got his man in stride, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd and 2. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Well, that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Nix to the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Now it's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 3.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Broncos 1st down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, have them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 39.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
15. 1st down, Denver.
To throw is Nix. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Grupe able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Dolphins first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it with Achane. And they needed 2. They can only get 1. 4th down.
John Franklin Myers on the tackle.
They'll go. Achane. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Pass. Go.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The Broncos' 31-yard line.
Now a toss right side. Achane with it. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 3rd down, Achane. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
To throw, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
32-yard line.
Here's Nix. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing Nix. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is taken at the 23. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Down the left sideline. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Oh, what a move. So halftime now here on Sunday Night Primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hansen in Orlando with our halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And they get to him quickly here as they get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tough spot here, third down and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Nix from the shotgun. He'll air this one out for Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They got the lead here in the second half. That's the last penalty you want to commit.
And they were getting the ball. Why are you going after the punter there? Just take the football and keep going.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll go play action with Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. The point after, good by grouping. And the lead is now 14-10. Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Miami set to take over. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
2nd and 1. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and get the 1st down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
They'll run. Achane. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins! From 4 yards out. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Another run here with Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Looking to throw. Nix. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
1st down, Denver.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. Shifts by him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And after that play, we've got an injury. And it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. Here we go. 1st and goal. Back to throw. Nix. Throw left side complete. That's sharp. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Well, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that will make this a 4-point game. Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins now down 21-17. 1:47 on the clock. A touchdown likely means they move on in these playoffs. Tense moments for the hometown faithful as they've got it with a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Finding Washington.
Not a position where they actually have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now 2nd down and a few inches. He'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here now, 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now it's the Broncos' turn, trailing by a field goal. A little over 20 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Nix to the air. Flush to his right.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Well, this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Working to put a drive together. They start with a handoff to Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
To throw is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good opening drive so far here in overtime, looking to put the pressure on with a touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on second down here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The Broncos send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And Barton, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. They'll look to throw again. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Out of the gun is a give to Chan. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. At this point now, a field goal would win it. They are in range. We'll see how they approach things on first down. A Chan hit, and the ball is out. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium.
After review of the
So
play,
that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So the next score wins here in the playoffs, and we will go as long as need be as they work here on second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
The Dolphins Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
Set up. Cowboy 80. Set up. Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Here we go, here we go. Liking 18. Check out. 70 Timber. Tag. Cougar 19. Ready.